this will do. Yeah, much better. So after audio, I would say even before a decent camera, if you're already on a camera, it could be a phone or whatever, the next thing that you need are a decent set of lights. And today, finally, I'm getting a set of lights or just one light, which is more of a standard when it comes to creating content on social media, especially sitting in a room. Because the current setup that I have in my room, I do have lights which are helping me to create somewhat of a decent looking image, but I'm lacking a softbox and a light which is sort of dimmed or diffused by a softbox is way different than harsh light that we get from maybe our flashlights as well as the lighting in the room. So I'm looking forward to actually getting the softbox lights. As usual, I'm trying to get most value out of the money I'll be spending. So on the marketplace, I did spot a light someone was selling with a softbox along with a stand. And overall, although all the things that I've mentioned are on discount from the brand Neewer, but even after discount, I would have paid over for $50 for all of them. But he's willing to deliver them to me for $300, which is a good value. Like if I have to go that far to get it, he's in Gold Coast, I think. I would not go there. And alternate that I have for that one is I already have a light from Xeon, but it would need an adapter. That adapter costs around $60, which would convert the light mount to a woman's mount, which is a standard when it comes to fitting the lights. And with the diffuser, then the softbox itself would cost around, after discount, around $85. So I'm looking at around $120, $130 just for getting my light, which is currently sitting in my room, to be set up as my main key light. But if I get a light with a stand with the softbox for $300, that just puts a different perspective, because then I can use the light which I have as a fill-up light which would light the back of my head or the room, or I can use it for all the rest of the other purposes and get this set up just sitting there permanently on my desk, which would allow me to film more, film quicker. At least that's a hope. But given that all the content that I've been creating so far, although I'm getting traction, I wouldn't say I'm not getting traction, but it's not as quick as I would want it to be. Because to be honest, I do have another channel which is called EVs Undone, and over there I am monetized there, so there's a certain pull from that channel for me to create, because every video I create actually generates some money which I can feed back into either getting more equipment or just making the content better. But this niche is where I find my passion more than the other one, where I can just talk to you guys as well as share my experiences and be more creative, use more gear, because that's one of the reasons I started that channel, because the Tesla that I bought got me excited enough for me to sort of start the channel, because I'm more inclined towards the tech, as well as letting people know that how cool it is, so people can make the right decision when it comes to that. But I never got around getting a big softbox or big enough softbox to light me properly in my room. So I've used natural light, I've used it's not harsh, like it's the current light setup that I have does have a softbox, but it's like 8 cm softbox, or 8 inches. I think it's 15 cm or 6 to 8 inches. But if you know your lighting, you would know that it's not big enough to diffuse the light properly, which means the light that I get in my video is a bit harsher, and I have to do a bit of post-processing to make it soft enough for me to look all right in the sense of things. But with this new light that I'm picking up, hopefully I can set it up with the softbox and it'll give me a better light, and it could be a setup which I appreciate. If not, I can always sell it, and the loss that I would get on it, if I get any loss, would be way less compared to if I went around and got a new light setup. So yeah, let me know in the comments, would you buy something off marketplace, or have you ever sort of bought anything off marketplace? What are your recommendations? Do you use any light for your current videos, or are you looking for any light? And if so, what would you be willing to buy? And what's your choice of equipment there? But other than that, if you have any questions regarding my gear, the way I create my videos, as well as any other questions regarding Sony cameras, Lumix camera, or lighting, or even mics, do let me know in the comments, and I'll make sure that I cover that in the next videos. So hopefully the person who's driving the light to me shows up, because the thing about marketplaces, sometimes you get the deal, you have all the conversations, all is set, but someone just backs out at the last moment. So hopefully that doesn't happen this time. So I'll just quickly grab some cash and be ready for the guy to show up, and I'll test the lights using my car, because this car that I'm currently driving does have a vehicle to load support, which means I can plug in a extension cable in front of the car, and I would be able to use that extension cable as a normal plug, and hence I can plug in the light to make sure the light works and everything else is working properly, which I'm sure it would be, given that I've done my due diligence of looking at the guy's profile and other things. But yeah, let's see what difference it makes, and I'll cover it in the next video when I'm setting it up in the room that I usually use as my studio. I wouldn't call it a studio at the moment, because everything's a bit messy, and I'm finding it hard to find time to get it sorted. But definitely, let's see how we go, and I'll see you in the next one.